Welcome to the deep dive. Today we are unpacking a really relatable workplace story.
Oh, very relatable.
Yeah, it's a piece of source material simply titled The Copier Crisis. And we are going to look at a conversation between two coworkers, Jeff and Pearl.
Right. And on the surface, this might just sound like a story about a broken office printer.
Exactly, just a broken machine.
Mm-hmm.
But our mission today is to dig deeper. We want to show you how this short interaction is actually a perfect example of how people handle stress at work.
It really is. It shows how we communicate, how we solve problems, and how we deal with office systems when everything just goes wrong.
And I think everyone listening to this, you could probably remember a time when a machine broke down right before a big deadline.
Oh, absolutely. The absolute worst timing.
Yeah. So let's set the scene for you. We start with Jeff, and Jeff is panicking.
He is incredibly stressed.
Right. He has a major presentation in exactly 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Which is almost no time at all in an office environment.
Right. And he desperately needs 20 copies of a financial report.
And we should clarify for anyone listening, a financial report is a really important document. It shows the company's money, their profits, their losses. It has lots of numbers and charts.
Exactly. So he needs physical paper copies to hand out to the people in his meeting.
And the machine is completely uncooperative.
Completely. The screen is flashing an error message, just a vague warning. And there is a loud beeping sound.
Beep, beep, beep. That sound is designed to cause anxiety. It is literally designed to get your attention and stress you out.
It totally is. And so let's analyze the psychological side of this tech failure, because Jeff is facing a specific problem. There is a paper jam in tray 2.
Right, a paper jam. That's when the paper gets stuck inside the printer rollers and it stops working.
Yeah, a very common issue. And Jeff actually tried to fix it, right?
He did. He says he tried pulling the side lever to clear the jammed paper, but then he stopped.
Why did he stop?
Well, he tells Pearl that he was afraid of breaking the machine.
Ah, right.
This is so common. It's an expensive piece of office equipment. It's not his personal printer at home.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be the guy who destroyed the giant office copier.
Exactly. So fear stops him from solving the problem.
And then, just when it seems bad, it actually gets worse.
It always does.
Right. A red light appears on the machine, and this red light means the machine is now completely out of toner.
Toner being the ink powder that laser printers use to print on the page.
Right. So this is what we call a cascading failure.
Meaning one failure follows another.
Exactly. Even if he fixed the paper jam, he still can't print because there is no ink. It's just a totally hopeless situation for him.
And you can feel his panic. He has this massive deadline, a loud beeping noise, a paper jam, and now no toner.
So into this perfect storm of stress walks Pearl.
And she is the exact opposite of Jeff in this moment.
Yeah, let's talk about her demeanor. Her attitude, she is so calm.
Very calm. She is helpful, and she really understands how the office operates.
And the first thing she does is really interesting. She doesn't panic with him. She immediately recognizes a pattern.
Right. She asks him a very specific question. She says, "Is this the same machine that broke down last Tuesday?"
Which is a brilliant question.
It is, because it shows she is paying attention to ongoing issues. She realizes this isn't just Jeff having bad luck today. This is a systemic issue. This machine has a history of breaking.
And just by asking that, she takes a little bit of the stress off Jeff. It's not his fault. It's a bad machine.
Exactly. And then she starts diagnosing the physical limits of the situation.
Right. She assesses what they can and cannot do. She sees the paper jam in tray 2.
But then she identifies a major roadblock, a big obstacle.
What's the roadblock?
The toner issue. She tells Jeff that they cannot fix the toner issue themselves.
Because the office supply cabinet is locked.
Right. The place where they keep the extra ink is locked up and they don't have the key.
Which is such a classic office frustration.
Yeah.
You have highly paid professionals who aren't trusted with the key to a cabinet of office supplies.
Yeah, it's a funny detail, but it's very real.
And for you listening, think about your own workplace for a second. Think about the pearls in your office.
Oh, every office needs a pearl.
Right. Those people who remain perfectly calm and just know the physical limitations of the building.
They know exactly which cabinets are locked, who has the keys, which machines are broken. They just know how things actually work.
Yes, and that knowledge is what saves Jeff here, because Pearl immediately moves into problem-solving mode.
She creates a highly effective two-part strategy to manage this crisis.
2 steps. So let's break down step 1. This is about immediate relief.
Right, dealing with the most urgent problem first, which is Jeff's presentation in less than 10 minutes.
So what does she tell him to do?
She tells Jeff to completely leave this broken machine and go upstairs to the 3rd floor.
Right, she says the printer on the 3rd floor is usually free.
Meaning there isn't usually a line of people waiting to use it.
Exactly. And this ensures that Jeff doesn't go into his important meeting, as the text says, empty-handed.
That's a great vocabulary word right there. Empty-handed.
Yeah, let's explain that for our listeners.
Now, going somewhere empty-handed literally means holding nothing in your hands. But in a business setting, it means you show up unprepared. You don't have the materials or the results you promised to bring.
Right. And for Jeff, showing up to a major financial presentation empty-handed, without those 20 copies, it would look highly unprofessional.
It would damage his reputation. Yeah. So Pearl's step 1, sending him to the 3rd floor, it literally saves his professional image for that day.
Which is fantastic. But she doesn't stop there.
No, she doesn't.
And that leads to step 2, which is the long-term effects.
Because if they both just walk away, the printer stays broken in the hallway.
Yeah, and the next person who needs a copy is going to have the exact same panic attack.
Exactly. So while Jeff runs upstairs to get his copies, Pearl takes responsibility for the broken machine.
Right. She says she will submit a maintenance request on the company portal.
The portal being the company's internal website where you can ask for help from different departments.
Like the IT team, the information technology staff, who fix computers and machines.
Right. So she's making sure the IT team actually comes to fix it permanently.
And there's a really interesting detail in the source about how they communicate with IT.
Oh, this is fascinating. Because Jeff is still a little panicked, right?
Yeah. He wants to be absolutely sure IT gets the message. So he asks Pearl for the IT help desk extension.
Right, the internal phone number. He specifically asks for extension 505.
He wants to call them just in case they miss the online request.
Which is a very human reaction. When we are stressed, we want to talk to a real human being on the phone. We want to hear a voice say, "Don't worry, we are coming to fix it."
Yeah, sending a message on a website feels a bit like
throwing a message into a black hole.
Exactly. You don't know if anyone is actually reading it. So Pearl gives him the number, extension 505. But she offers a really key piece of insider knowledge.
She tells him that using the online form is actually usually faster than calling.
Which feels backwards, right?
It does. But in modern offices, it's very true. If you call, someone might forget to write it down. But if you use the portal, it creates an official digital ticket. It gets tracked.
Yeah, the IT workers have to clear those tickets to do their jobs. So Pearl knows the best way to speak to the IT system.
She really is a lifesaver.
Which is exactly what Jeff calls her. He says, "You are a lifesaver."
Another great term to highlight, a lifesaver.
Yeah, meaning someone who rescues you from a very difficult or stressful situation. Like a lifeguard throwing a lifesaver ring to someone struggling in the water.
Perfectly used in this high-stress context to show his extreme gratitude.
So Jeff is heading upstairs to the third floor. His immediate crisis is handled. And this is where we enter the final phase of their interaction, moving from reaction to prevention.
Because Jeff's mindset completely shifts here. He's no longer panicking about the 10 minutes.
Right. He is breathing again. And because he is calm, he can see the bigger picture.
He stops on his way to the stairs and points out a glaring issue to Pearl, a really obvious problem.
He says, these machines malfunction at least once a week.
Malfunction meaning they break down or stop working correctly.
Right. So he realizes this isn't just an accident today, it's a weekly routine.
And this is a huge moment because instead of just complaining, he advocates for change.
He declares, I seriously think we need to upgrade these machines.
Upgrade, meaning to replace them with newer, better versions.
Then why is that a critical shift?
Because he is moving from just surviving a bad situation to demanding better tools. Many employees just accept broken things. They think, well, the printer's bad. I guess I'll just walk to the third floor every day.
Yeah, they just get used to the inconvenience.
Right. But Jeff is saying, no, this is wasting our time. We need a permanent solution. We need an upgrade.
And Pearl's reaction to this is just the perfect example of workplace solidarity, of coworkers supporting each other.
She completely agrees with his assessment.
She doesn't just say, yeah, that's too bad. She actually promises to do something about it.
She says she will mention the need for an upgrade in the report.
The report. So she is going to put his complaint in official writing.
Which is the only way things actually change in a business. If it's not written down in an official report, management won't know about it, and they definitely won't spend money to buy new machines.
Exactly. So she is closing the loop. She's making sure management hears about the weekly malfunctions.
And then they just wish each other luck. Pearl wishes him luck with his presentation, and he goes off to the third floor.
It's a great little interaction.
It really is.
So let's briefly recap this journey we've been on.
Yeah, we started with Jeff having a 10-minute panic attack over a paper jam and an empty toner cartridge.
Right. Then we saw Pearl step in with her calm diagnosis of the situation. She knew the cabinet was locked and the machine was useless.
Then she executed a temporary workaround by sending him to the third floor printer.
And finally, they both agreed to ask for a permanent upgrade in the official report.
It's a textbook example of how to handle an office crisis.
It really is. And it leaves us with a really interesting final thought for you, the listener, to ponder.
Something to really think about when you go back to your own office.
Yeah. Think about this. How much time, energy, and productivity does a company truly lose by ignoring small, weekly tech malfunctions?
Oh, it's got to be massive.
Right. Because instead of just investing money in an upgrade, companies let their employees panic, run up and down stairs, and waste time filling out IT tickets.
The cost of lost time is probably way higher than the cost of a new printer.
Exactly. So look around your own workspace today. Try to identify your own broken copiers.
Those systems or machines that are long overdue for a systemic fix.
Notice them and maybe be like Jeff and Pearl. Don't just accept it. Ask for an upgrade.
Advocate for a better workplace.
Great advice. Well, that wraps up today's deep dive. We hope you enjoyed exploring the Copier Crisis with us.
Thanks for listening.
And we will catch you next time.